I want to thank the county leaders here today. I so appreciate your being here and for all the work that you do. This is a really critical time for county leadership. You are actually now the frontline support system of protecting our health as the federal system is wobbling. Um, you all stepped up in 2023 and 2024 and passed a resolution calling for improved standards for fine particle pollution annual average. You passed a resolution asking for an 8 microgram standard. The EPA delivered 9, and I want to say that they probably would not have gone for 9 if you all on county council hadn't passed the resolution asking for 8. They probably would have put it at 10. Okay, so you all, I want to commend you all and thank you for stepping up for making that happen. All of us nationally benefit from that. The county government that houses, a major steel industry stepped up and said we need to protect county residents. Now, what I want to say is you all are going to be called upon very soon to defend that standard. That it's likely the federal EPA is going to try to undermine that and roll that back. And what's good about having a local air district like we have in Allegheny County is that we have the ability to say, you know what, EPA, we're going to stick to the 9. Our county health department has the ability to do that. So we are going to need to stand behind you all and support you all to hold the line on any sort of rollback like that. And so thank you for being here tonight and for going through all of this. But we need you and we need a well-funded health department. During the 2018 Clairton Cookworks fire, when many of us were advocating for hot idle, shutting Clairton on to hot idle, US Steel came back and said, we can't do that because it will ruin our Coke batteries and that will cost us $400 million to fix. Okay, guess what? They have a bank from Nippon that far exceeds $400 million. They can fix all of this. US Steel got everything it wanted. It actually has price guarantees from tariffs. They have a guarantee that the plants will stay open through 2035. They can't reduce personnel until the year 2030. They're guaranteed profits. And Nippon pledged $11 billion, $11.8 billion in investment and 2.4 billion in Allegheny in the Mon Valley. Okay. That means the money is there to pay for these permits and to fix these facilities up. So there's no excuse anymore. We can't hear the excuse, oh, we're going to have to lay workers off, or oh, we're not making enough profit so that we can't afford to fix it, or we don't have the capital to do it. Actually, all of those things are available. The only reason why those things would not happen is greed and manipulativeness. So thank you, and thank you for allowing me to share those perspectives.
Thanks, Matt.
Thank you, Matt.
Well received.
Again, I'm not an apologist for US Steel, for one thing. This is where I've lived my whole life, and I've seen what's happened to the Mon Valley in a variety of different aspects. Crime, can't even get buses down here. We have a lot of issues. However, I promise everybody that's on this call that I'll be working with my colleagues on the health department, on the health committee, and I think we're going to come to a resolution. Thank you.
Thank you. Mark, more comments in the chat?
Yeah, it's overflowing with comments, and I'll apologize in advance if we miss yours or can't get to it for time, but wonderful, wonderful, thoughtful, detailed comments. Okay, there's another one from Jim Highland. Does this need to be voted on in just one meeting? And what will it take the rest of this month to get the objections regarding the asbestos part of the legislation worked out? When is the next time there's a meeting between the county executive and others to work out those differences? Okay, so Laura Gallagher writes, okay, Michelle answered. Thank you, Ms. Nakaradi-Chapkas, but is the decoupling legislatively impossible or too lengthy or just too complicated or opposed by all council members? Michelle writes, it is a bit complicated and therefore not the preferred path by the county.
I haven't actually even shared this with a ton of other council members. It was just one of the mechanisms that I Matt slapping. But so probably if you ask some council members, they may have no idea what you're even talking about whenever we mention that, whenever that's mentioned. So it's just one of those kind of things that we've been trying to identify some new alternative approaches. But it is a bit complicated, and there's some legal interpretation about going out for public comment and what that would, is that necessary and does that delay process and such. So it's not impossible, and it could be an absolute last resort if necessary. But at this point, we're trying to really work hard for that month to, that month of August to come back in September to get something passed.
Super, and I appreciate yours and all of the council members' candor this evening. I think that really helps us have a conversation where we can reach new solutions and gain a deeper understanding all around, and I think that helps everybody out. Marion Cook writes, another thing to note, it would be good for the Air Advisory Committee to be less dominated by industry. GASP used to have a slot on it, but hasn't since the group's change of executive director. And there are lots of likes and hearts to that comment. Another thank you for the efforts of the leaders of these Zoom air quality town hall meetings. On behalf of the group, you're welcome. Okay, another one. Okay, this one would the from Bellevue at the health department air quality meetings. U.S. Steel is always heavily represented by U.S. Steel staffers, engineers, and lawyers. Would this permit fee increase even touch the salary level of one of those U.S. Steel employees? Yeah, no, I think the company can afford the fee increase. Okay, just a comment. Lots of likes on that. Will council member from Susan McCarthy, will the council members here this evening share about the county CAP plan, climate action plan, I believe, and the upcoming neighborhood events? Will council members be at these events to hear and learn from residents? And Michelle writes, we will certainly share. Thank you, Michelle. During our committee meeting, we discussed some opportunities for outreach efforts. Excellent. Just cruising along here. Thank you for your advocacy. Okay. Okay, others encouraging, just go ahead and find them.
I think the fine, let's not lose sight of the fine discussion, because the fine discussion is not the air quality permit fees. We already talked about that. But related to the fines go back to those most impacted. And so that's the other thing that we, everybody here already knows, is that, they're the communities that are most impacted by those violations need to have access to that funding to put investment back into their community from a public health perspective, to put those, what and do like VCAN has done with purchasing air filters and distributing them across community. And so, that is one thing that perhaps some people don't know, is that the fines go into the Clean Air Fund, and the county health department has put, a lot of, and through Dr. Gentile's work with the lawsuit with several other nonprofit organizations, to ensure that the fines get back into the communities that are impacted by the emissions.
Well, can I just interject just a couple of things at this point? First of all, thank you to the representatives of County Council for attending. We had 2 town halls that Sarah and Amarato. We're doing what we can do. We bring people together to try to make a difference. We love Pittsburgh, and we think it has tremendous benefits that go beyond so many other cities. We can be better, and this is an opportunity, hopefully, where we can prove that. So thank you all for being here tonight. Thank you to Dr. Gentile and Dr. Yu for presenting, and really appreciate everybody's participation. Have a good evening.
Thanks, everybody, for joining. Until next time. Take care.
Thank you, Mark.
You're welcome. Yeah, really appreciate the lively conversations, great questions, great answers, very helpful, candid conversation. I'm grateful to everybody involved. Thank you.